Okay, so they want us to find all the zeros. So what do you do? Well, here's the notes. This is the exam 3 notes. Step 1, go to geogebra.org, find a zero. So let's go there. So step 1, go to GeoGebra. There's other websites you could use as well. Desmos. I don't know if you know about Desmos. That's a great one too. I think GeoGebra is super good. Anyway, I'm going to go to geogebra.org. Find a zero. Find a place where the graph hits zero. So let me do that. Let me switch out there real quick on my computer. So I'm just going to take this function and erase it and type in the new one. So x to the third power. So to get up there in the power zone, I hit the shift up arrow, which is 6. Shift 6. And then now we're up in the power zone. You got to get out of the power zone. My computer is having all kinds of problems. I don't know what it's doing. There we go. All right, and then you got to get out of the power zone. X cubed minus 15x minus 4. Enter. There we go. As soon as you hit enter, boom, it graphs it. Look right here. This one's at 0. Boom, 4, 0. The other ones are weird numbers. Look at that. Negative 0.26. I don't know what that is. And this one negative. So don't mess with those. Just do the easy one. There's always going to be one easy one. 4, 0. At least in the homework problems we pick, there always be one easy one. So 4, 0. There's the root, the 0 I'm going to use. All right, let's go back to it. All right, so we saw on the graph x equals 4 was a 0. So then that means step 2, synthetic division by x equals 4. So let me go, okay, we know how to do this. Set up synthetic division. And we'll come out here and we'll put our 4. Now it's only the opposite if you had it in parentheses, this is x minus 4. So remember, what is opposite is when it's in parentheses next to x. And this is not the first time nor the last that we've had this. When you put things in parentheses next to an x, that's when it always does the opposite. So it's the opposite. Think of it that way. That's the opposite, is the parentheses next to x. Anyway, let's grab these numbers. So 1 x cubed. Notice x squared is missing. So this will be 0. This is x cubed. X squared is missing. Minus 15x. And then minus 4. And you know the drill. This is going to be our 0 remainder out there. Is that good? So notice we've had this before with synthetic division. If you're missing a term, like it goes from x to the third down to regular, if you're missing x squared, that's got to be 0. All right, and then let's do the synthetic division. What do? We bring down this number here, 1, and then we multiply. Put the answer right there. We take 4 times 1 is 4. Add them up. That's 4. And then 4 times 4, and put it right there, is 16. Add them up. That's 1. And then 4 times 1 is 4. No surprise. Add them up. 0. My pen's going slow. 0 remainder. That's good. I'll check it. It should you should always get a 0 remainder when you're dividing by something that you found is a 0 from the graph, right? It's a 0, which means the remainder 0, which means it hits 0 on the graph. All right. So what do we do now? So now we take our answer. We're on down to step 3 now. So your answer, f of x, basically equals this answer right here. which is 1x squared plus 4x plus 1 times, and then the other 0, which is x minus 4. Right? How do I know you might wonder where'd that come from? Well, because I just took the function, right? F of x right here, I just took the function and I divided by x minus 4. You put the opposite, right? Regular 4, because it would be minus 4 in the it's always the opposite in the parentheses next to x. So by dividing by 4, I just divided by parentheses x minus 4. And so I divided the function by parentheses x minus 4, and what came out was this. Right there, x squared plus 4x plus 1. So the function must be x squared plus 4x plus 1 times x minus 4. Because how do I know that? Because when you divide by x minus 4, the function, you get this. All right, so now how do I finish it from here? Well, take this and you can you should do the quad. You're going to prefer to do the quad. Quadratic formula. All right, let's do it, the quadratic formula. So let's identify the pieces of the puzzle. This is A is 1, B is 4, C is 1. So it's negative B plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4 AC all over 2A. The quadratic formula, so it's going to be negative B plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4 times A times C all over 2A. All right, let's get the stuff. Where is the stuff? A is 1, or B is 4, so B is 4 right here, right here. A is 1 right there. C is 1 also. 2A, 2 times 1. There we go. Okay, so what becomes of that? Well, it's going to be negative 4 plus or minus 16 minus 4 all over 2, which is negative 4 plus or minus square root of 12 all over 2. Okay, so we got to simplify that. Are you comfortable with simplifying square roots? So to simplify, I'll break it down 4 times 3. So that's, and then the 4 is 2 times 2. So it's 2 times 2 times 3, right? Maybe I should squeeze this in a little bit better. So 12 is 4 times 3, and 4 is 2 times 2. So we get 2 times 2 times 3. And then remember, square roots are 2 for 1 deal. 2 2's in, 1 2 out, they're gone. So this equals 2 square root 3. So square root of 12 simplifies. Simplify the square root of 12 to be 2 root 3. So that's going to go right there. So then this equals negative 4 plus or minus 2 root 3 all over 2. And what do we do there? Well, you just divide each of those separately, right? You go minus 4 over 2 plus or minus 2 root 3 over 2. They're just separate. They're separate terms. And so that's minus 2 plus with these cancel root 3. So the two answers are minus 2 plus root 3 and minus 2 minus root 3. So therefore the zeros, we're done now. What are all the zeros? Well, what was the first 0 we got from GeoGebra? It was 4. X is 4. So that's the first one. And then minus 2 plus root 3. Doesn't matter what order you list these in. And then minus 2 minus root 3. Separated by commas. And so there we go.